Hey everybody, and welcome to a new omencitwo update video, where I talk about the upcoming plans for the channel, what games I'm gonna play, what extra special things I'm going to do, if there are any, and, you know, what I plan on currently doing in the meantime. And the first one of these many announcements I have today is right here. So, for the past few weeks on my main channel, I have been using a VTuber avatar for all my live streams. Not for any of my videos, I don't plan on using it for that, but for my live streams, I brought it in just as an extra bit of flair and charm for the streams and whatnot. And I would like to bring it over here as well, at least for certain videos. There's a couple of stipulations with that, though. First of all, I will not be using this avatar for any currently running series. So, Silksong, Ocarina of Time, and Fallout New Vegas, wherever the last one of that was. How long ago was that? Oh my god, this is the last Fallout New Vegas video. It has been forever. Anyway, Silksong, Ocarina of Time, and Fallout New Vegas will not be using the avatar because I am very particular with how I make my Let's Plays. I don't want there to be just like a random new element to the videos added partway through the series. I just think that would be weird. So if partway through the series it would just transition to suddenly VTuber is there now, it would be kind of weird, it would kind of bother me, so I will not be using it on any currently running series. However, for future series that I start up, I will bring it in and try it out for a little bit. However, I might decide that it doesn't really work well with this style of video and might choose to drop it anyway, but I'll at least give it a run for a few videos and see how it goes. So that's my current plans involving that. Also, for these update videos and any other videos where I'm just like sitting on a screen and talking, I might as well use it because like there's not much else going on, right? So there's that. I just wanted to get that out of the way first. Now let's get on to the future ideas, which I have here in Notepad once again because I'm very professional. Let me just do that. I think that looks a lot better. All right, sweet. So, these games up here, I have this list separated into two, but it's not really that separate. Like, these are all lists of possible ideas that I'll be doing very soon, but I know for a fact one of these I'm going to get to very soon, Mouthwashing. Someone's been wanting me to play Mouthwashing for a very long time now, and I think it is long overdue for them. Oh yeah, there's also another game on here that I should add real quick. One second. Someone's also been wanting me to play Minesweeper Plus. But yeah, so Mouthwashing, now that I'm done with Portal 2, the Portal games, the Portal, whatever you call that series, the playthrough of the Portal games, now that that's done, there is a new slot opened, and I shall put Mouthwashing in that slot. Saying that along with the game's name sounds kind of weird, but that's just how it is. As for other games, though, I've had a couple of other games suggested to me, including these two. An old point-and-click game called Yesterday I've never heard of. Someone suggested I play that. There's also a free indie horror game called Rome 0120, someone requested, and I could definitely check both of those out some point. I don't know how long Yesterday is going to be, so I might wait a little bit for that. As for speaking of horror games, there's actually another horror game I would also like to check out called Routine that released recently. I started to watch a video of it, a playthrough of it, but I ended up stopping because I was like, I have to play this for myself. This looks so cool, and I hear that it is similar to Alien Isolation, like you're being stalked by a monster and you have to avoid them, and I love those kinds of horror games, and it's sci-fi too. Like, Routine feels like a horror game that was made for me, so I think I will definitely be checking that out at some point. Hopefully after Mouthwashing. I hope to get to that, but I also want to find time for games like this. This game seems pretty short, so I might be able to make like a quick one-off video of it. In addition, I might also be able to make a quick one-off video of Super Metroid, which is something I have been wanting to play on YouTube for quite some time, and I'm now kind of sort of getting into it again now that I have like proper SNES emulation set up. I don't actually have an SNES, I'm sorry. I do have a capture card, so I could always play it on SNES Classic, but that's just not what I chose to do. Anyway, I do have like an SNES emulator set up, so I can finally play Super Metroid again, and I really, really want to. It is one of my favorite retro games ever, if not my top favorite retro game. I think it has held up super well over the years, and since I'm currently in a Metroidvania-ing mood with Silksong and whatnot, I think it would be a great fit. Also, Resident Evil Requiem, I just pondered it over today, and I might also choose to play that on the channel. I did play Resident Evil 7 and 8 on my main channel, so it kind of only makes sense that I would play the next one in the series now that it's finally out. I don't have it bought yet, and it is $70. It's also probably going to have a huge install size, so it might take me a little while to get around to it, but I might get there eventually. Someone's also been wanting me to play Minesweeper Plus. I think my current plans with this is because, like, I'm not the biggest fan of strategy games. Yes, because I'm bad at them. I'm not the biggest fan of strategy games myself. I think my plan with Minesweeper Plus is I'm going to do one video on it, checking it out, and I'll see if I like it enough to keep it going. Otherwise, though, I might just make one video and stop there. And then Deus Ex. This is at the bottom of the list because it's gonna be a while before I feel comfortable starting this one up. And that's for the reason that, like, right now, I am in the middle of 3 playthroughs of very big games. Hollow Knight, Silksong, Ocarina of Time, and Fallout New Vegas. Like, Silksong and New Vegas are huge games. Ocarina of Time really isn't as big, but it still takes a long time to get through it. And this has been kind of overwhelming. It's kind of been it's been eating up a lot of time, and I don't have a ton of time to work on videos as is. So, you know, I think, like, once one of these games are done, I'm gonna avoid starting another large, like, in-depth experience, such as Deus Ex, or perhaps even Resident Evil Requiem. I don't know how long that game is, so that might also wait as well. And I'm gonna start, like, controlling which games I have active, which playthroughs I have active at any time. I'm gonna start doing more, like, you know, 1 or maybe 2 big games at a time, plus a bunch of smaller games off to the side. I think that would work pretty well. It would overall work better than the current system of just playing all these huge games and not being in the mood to start anything new because they take so much time. Like, I just got to Act 2 of Silksong. It's been like 3 months since I started playing that game. So this series is gonna take forever to finish, but it'll be worth it once it does. As for that, oh yeah, there's one thing I forgot to mention. I did recently post this, which is like an accompanying addendum type video to my main channel video on Night Blights I made recently. I do plan to do this with other video ideas in the future. If I do any similar challenge runs to this, I will be uploading some of my gameplay to this channel. In those cases, I also will not be bringing in this VTuber avatar because, again, my main channel videos will not include it, so why should the addendum to the main channel videos include it, right? That's just my thought process with that. Anyway, that's basically it for the update, really. I went through all the games I'm interested in playing. I went through the fact that I'm doing this now, and I'm probably going to be, I'm going to be bringing it over at least for the Mouthwashing playthrough and seeing how it goes. If I like it, I'll keep it for all future series. If I eventually decide that I don't like it, I might be dropping it. We'll have to see, though. But yeah, that's the current plans. So to sum it up, let me save that real quick. Oh yeah, actually, wait, before I get to the summary, this has been kind of a flummoxed, my mom likes to say, update video, but, you know, I had a lot to say, and I don't come into these with a script, so this is usually the result. There's one more thing, though. I may as well add it to the bottom of this list, just for the sake of keeping. Oh, yeah, and I also meant to talk about these too. Hold on, we're not done yet. Okay. I have had the idea to do a fast food tier list for quite some time, and I think I'm gonna do it pretty soon, because, like, you know, I eat a lot of fast food, probably a lot more than I should, and I've been to a variety of locations, and I've got some thoughts on those locations, and so I might be doing a fast food tier list pretty soon, because, you know, tier list videos are fun. Who doesn't love them? Let me shove this more to the side so it looks better. Yeah, there we go. Who doesn't love tier list videos, you know? Who doesn't love hearing some random person's opinions on the internet? Well, a lot of people don't necessarily love hearing random people's opinions on the internet, but you know what I mean. I also especially want to do this because it would be kind of funny. It's the first non-gaming related video idea I have ever had. Well, actually, that's not true. I did somewhat think of, like, vlogging in the past, but I never actually pursued it because I have no real interest in it anymore. But yeah, if I do go through with this, and I probably will, this will be the first non-gaming video I ever make on YouTube, so you'd be witnessing a point in history. But yeah, that's something I'd like to get started on as well. As for these two at the bottom, is probably going to happen at some point, maybe. I've put Voices of the Void Part 20 down here just because I did say in the last update video I was going to get to it, and then I didn't, and I still haven't. And you never know, I might still not get around to it even, like, 3 months from now. And that's because I've just been delaying this video for one particular reason. I wanted to play the next update for the game as a part of the video. But it doesn't seem like that next update is officially out or downloadable for the general public. at least you have to be a patron. You have to be, a member on the developer's Patreon in order to play it. It's a Patreon exclusive thing. As much as I enjoyed Voices of the Void, personally, I don't want to do that, so I've just been delaying the video until hopefully the update comes out at some point, but I haven't checked, but I still don't think it's out. I think if I went back to the download page, it would still just be 0.8 or whatever the version I currently have is. So, my plans for this video are changing a little bit. I will probably save checking out the Voices of the Void update for a future video, and in the meantime, I will make a part 20. However, my current plans for it are, I go in, I see the funny setting characters, and now I know you can use the compass to find them that way. You can, go to the console, type in, search for this thing, and the compass will point you to them. Then I will go to the wiki, browse through all the events, and show all the ones I haven't seen, because there's quite a few of those. And then, I do plan to end the video with a certain special event that never happened to me, but I think I can kinda, force it to happen. That said, the way to force it to happen is to kinda, hope it happens. It's not guaranteed to happen, this special event that I am hinting towards. And so, making that video would kind of turn into a grind of just, repeating the same action over and over again until it eventually, hopefully, probably leads me where I want to go, and it just doesn't sound like the most fun thing at the moment, so that's why I've been putting it off for so long. But yeah, hopefully at some point I make Voices of the Void Part 20, because technically that series isn't done. I said I would make a Part 20, I still haven't, so technically that series is still a work in progress. I'm also not fully decided on whether I'll bring the Avatar into that one, since it is technically, a separate-ish video, but it's a part of a currently running series. It's weird. I'll have to decide on it when I get there. And then, another game idea I have, but I'm not really planning on starting anytime soon, Half-Life Blue Shift and Opposing Force. I've been meaning to play these, but I just never have. So I thought maybe I could play them on this channel. And I think I especially kind of want to do this because I am personally not the biggest fan of Half-Life, the original. I find it quite a frustrating game in a lot of ways. I find it has not really stood the test of time as much as it could have. It's a fantastic game for not only its time, but for the circumstances it was developed under. It was especially, amazing. And, it's groundbreaking. It's one of the most important games in the entire game industry. Without it, Valve probably wouldn't have become a successful company. Steam probably would have never existed. The gaming industry would look very different if it wasn't for Half-Life's success. So yeah, it's a very important game, but I personally don't have that much fun playing it because it is kind of jank and kind of unfair at times. That said, I have not played either of these, so whether or not they are, better or worse, or, more fair or less fair, I don't know yet, but I think it would be fun to kind of drop in, try it out, and if I end up raging, I think that would be kind of fun. I think it would be entertaining, and so, yeah, I'm just, I don't know. I feel like those videos would be very fun to record. So, yeah, this is definitely an idea on the docket. In fact, this is probably closer to this list than this list. But, I put it down here because, I have a bunch of other ideas that I'll probably start on first before getting to Half-Life Blue Shift and Opposing Force, so that's why it's down here at the bottom. Okay, with that concludes the omencitwo update video. So, in summary, I'm a VTuber now, and I'm probably going to bring that over to this channel, though only for all new series starting in the future. I'm going to be starting Mouthwashing probably next week. After that, I'll probably move on to one of these other horror games. At some point, I'll be releasing a Super Metroid playthrough. Whether or not that's a multi-part series or just one big video of the entire game, I'll have to decide. I might be playing Resident Evil Requiem. I might be doing a quick video on Minesweeper Plus to see how I like it. In the future, I hope to get to Deus Ex, and I will also definitely be making a fast food tier list video in the meantime. Voices of the Void Part 20 might happen. This also might happen, but they also might not, so prepare yourself for that outcome. That is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you're looking forward to the times ahead and all that. All right. Thank you all for watching if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future. Boom, boom, ba-doo, doo, doo, doo.